Hey guys, it's another day. The pollen count is high, but the headache is gone. So we're going out, we're going to have a look at some charity shops, see whether we can find any more fantastic games. And then I've got a load of comics work to do, because I know you love comics. So, while the computer is booting up, let's talk quickly about the stuff that I picked up at the charity shop. No games this time, sadly, but some interesting books. I mean, Harold Wilson, The Governance of Britain. Seems like an interesting book, so I thought I'll have that. Give it a read. Bit of bedtime reading. Similarly, Made in Japan, the autobiography of the founder of Sony. Now that instantly piqued my interest, so I thought, I've got to give that a try. So, bit of light reading there. And The Casebook of Victor Frankenstein. It's as if Victor Frankenstein was real and he met Mary Shelley. So that'll be an interesting one. Again, another bit of light reading. Some of these will end up being reviewed on the Monday Book Club at some point, most likely. Some may not, but we'll wait and see. But now, computer is ready. Time for me to go to work. So what are you doing? You're putting up the flag on the flagpole?
Yeah, it's a nice day, why not? Let's be patriotic. Let's be patriotic.
Let's see if I can actually focus you in so I can see what you're doing. There we go. Autofocus is not your friend.
Nope.
Is this a long process? Does it take a while?
No, well, all I'm doing is I'm just tying off the knot at the bottom. And, I was never that good at knots, to be honest with you.
Weren't you a cadet?
Yeah, but I did engineering, and to be honest with you, the engines always went in the same direction as the boat. Sorry.
Oh, there we are.
Yep, +1 to patriotism. like the little card with the hearts.
Yeah. What I'm doing here is Jen is giving her approval to the comic, basically.
What? I haven't done my hair and I've probably got smudgy makeup.
Yeah, you can't really see. This is the problem with trying to focus on too many things at once. You end up with people looking everywhere.
Ooh,
Yeah, my chair's broken, that's why I get that back. But Jen is currently looking over the comic to make sure that's okay. When she gives her approval, it will go up online.
My name is Jennifer Kirk, and I approve of this comic.
So I've just been watching some Tasty Neistat vlogs while I've had lunch. And one of the things he's just been talking about here is that it's never okay to quit. And I have a big issue with that because I think, to be honest with you, you've got to know when it is right and whether it's just a blip. And if it is the right time and it's not just a blip, sometimes it's right to throw in the towel. For example, let's talk about my first business that I had when I was 14. I was doing play-by-mail games. If anyone remembers or is old enough to remember play-by-mail games, it was this thing where you played in like a massive multiplayer online game, only you did it via the post. And you told a dungeon master, essentially, what you were wanting to do, and then they did it, and then everyone's turns got collated, and then the results were sent out. And it was a very interesting way of playing multiplayer online games without being online. So I ran a company that did that, and I ran 3 different games. They were very successful in the small sphere that I was in, and I was very happy with it. But then Warcraft came along. No, not Warcraft. Sorry, Warcraft came later. Then EverQuest came along, and I had not even heard of the idea of this. And all of a sudden, the base for my game disappeared, because everyone wanted to play online. They wanted real time, something much faster than what I can produce. And unfortunately, with EverQuest being a fantasy game, it hit onto my main game. So at that point, I went, like, have I got the time and effort to rebuild what I'm doing? And my answer was no. So I decided that that was the time to quit. Clearly the market had changed. I wasn't going to be able to make a success like I'd had a reasonable success before that. So I stopped. When it's obviously not going to work, move on. Quitting is allowed, but just giving up because something becomes hard? No. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Don't quit just because something's difficult. If it's difficult, it means other people aren't doing it. That's how it works. Here's the thing. Right, today has taken an awful lot longer than it should have because for some reason, right in the middle of the day, I got another headache, my back started to hurt, and I felt sick. I think it's just the come down off the migraine, and hopefully I'll be alright tomorrow because I feel alright now. But that did happen, so I had to end up having 2.5 hours sleep just to get through it. But the comic is done. I now have to deal with the paperwork for the council meeting. So I've got my documents, show them right where I had my documents for tomorrow's council meeting, and I've got to go through them and make sure that the things I need to say tomorrow are ready to be said. So it's going to take a while. I'm thinking I may get out of the office for a bit and actually get some work done somewhere else, somewhere that's a bit more comfortable. But I've got to get it done, so I will have it done. Okay, finished with the first of 3 things I have to write. I've written a speech for tomorrow's council, and it's gone reasonably well. Jen's had a read over it and chuckled, so that's always good news. So, got 2 more to go, but we're going to take a break now so I can stand up and rest my back. It's hurting a lot. I haven't been out for my walk today, and it's kind of shown. But it's going well. And 11:30? I'll probably be finished by about 1 o'clock in the morning. That's pretty good. Well, the day's over. I've gotten the stuff done that I needed to. There's the speeches and things I've written. The comic's done, even though I had to have a break for that. And I've spent the last half an hour talking about a wide variety of weird things with Jen, ranging from the island of stability in nuclear physics, which is the point far into the nuclear table where things start to become stable, reasonably stable anyway, compared to some other things, so you can study the chemical properties of elements. And also the interspecies war that appears to be going on between types of whales. And it's weird things that you end up talking with late at night. But anyway, I'm going to get this copied over to the computer so that I can finish editing up today's episode, get that online while I go to bed. And see you tomorrow.